Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly webinar with me and Stella Sky. Tonight she's going to be getting into sales funneling, why it's important, what does it even mean, and how you could apply it to your own spicy business, or even if you have a safe for work business or project that you're working on. Um, Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Paisley Hayes. If you guys don't know, I've been a cam model, content creator, phone sex operator for the past 5.5 years, and I am excited to be here. And I'm gonna let Stella have the floor. It's her webinar. So, how you doing tonight?
I am doing well. I have some hot tea just because last time when I was talking so much at the end. So, yes, prepare for me to talk, but I want to encourage everyone who's here to please ask questions if you have them. And the nature of today's webinar is also pretty like if you are willing to share your link page and we can audit it, I can go through with it. I don't have to share it on the screen, but we can just work through it together, or if you're open to people seeing it. But we'll go through some of the steps today of making your link site, which is really a big piece of your sales funnel, as optimized as possible so you are getting the most people from point A to point B. So before I get into the link site stuff, can I get maybe a couple answers in the chat of if you guys do have a link site or not? And if you do, what site are you using right now? Beacons and Linktree. I have Beacons, Linktree, Beacons, Hubsters, or all my links. Are the link trees still working for you guys? Because there was that moment where they were like not adult. Okay, yeah, that was really annoying, and that's one of the things we'll draw attention to be aware of is like how adult friendly is the site that you're working with. Because in my research of link sites, there were quite a few I found where they were directly against any kind of adult creators or workers, specifically because they would like they were able to take payments on that platform directly. So it was really set up for like shops that were like an Instagram and they have stuff to sell on their Instagram and you go to their link page and you could buy it directly there on the link page. But because it's linked to major credit card companies, they are not adult friendly. So it's good to read the terms of service. And if they don't say it outright, you can always I ask the chat support, which is what I did. So anyway, we got some good answers up in here. We've got beacons a couple times, all my links, Linktree. So we've got obviously a good awareness in the room today of different options out here. So let's go to our first slide. Oh boy. So what would any of you possibly say is wrong with this link site? This is the link tree that I made for
Well, me and
this.
Ember can't answer.
Yeah, if you know the answer, I feel like nerdy also, you know. Maybe most of you already know. Well, I'll tell you what I see, though obviously it's coming from me.
Are we answering out loud or in the chat?
You can answer out loud or in the chat. Out loud is nice because people can hear you on the recording too.
I see a dangerous little CA place there where you should not be accepting payments. That little cash app there is pretty dangerous with all those sex worker sites.
Yes, but this would be like the link tree. But still, yeah, we've got Cash App, and then I think I also put in Wish Tender and the Amazon wish list. And was there another one? No, I thought I had another payment plan, a payment one on there. But what this one is really giving to me is chaos. When I'm looking at this, there are so many options. It's kind of like overwhelming of where to look. So if you're familiar with the term decision fatigue, this is what can happen when you have too many options before you and you end up going with the choice of not doing anything at all. So a lot of times I see creators go down the train of thought that if I make money on all these different sites, it's best if I make sure I have all of my sites up there. That way I have the biggest chance of capturing somebody on at least one site. And I totally understand that. That does, like, logically, you're like, I want to give the most options so they can buy any way they want or find me any way they want. There'll be a lot of socials maybe on there, things like that. But that can actually have a negative impact on somebody's ability to make a decision. So I think we've all had like the scenario where you're trying to think of something to order to eat and you have all these choices like on DoorDash, or you have all, even just at a restaurant, there's like too many choices. It all looks good and you're like frozen. You can't decide something, right? That's what decision fatigue is doing to you. It's making it harder for you to make a choice. And the more choices you make, the harder it is to make the next one. You kind of run out of decision-making energy. So this is kind of like psychology a little bit. This is important to understand as far as like how to approach this from an outside perspective versus from what we want, but what the viewer wants, what the audience wants, what they're looking for. So even though we might think I'm losing money by not putting a site up on my link page, you might actually be losing money by putting it on that site, on that link page, because instead of clicking on something, they click on nothing. So if there are too many decisions, over 50% of potential clients or customers will abandon a sale if there's too many clicks or too many decisions. So that can mean that either there's too many choices up front and they'll just abandon the sale, or that they have to go to one site and then they have to go to another site and then they have to go to another site to make that purchase. So the more steps there are, the less likely they are to actually end up becoming a customer. This is just another statistic. So every click, your chance of getting them to purchase something drops 25%. Exactly. I'll just bookmark this for later. I'll never come back. And I will say this, there are some link page services, starts with an H, that market specifically on saying, we have our own network where somebody can follow you and come back to you later. And they're banking on that person keeping their account, right? If they just delete their account or never go in that account again, that's gone. So we have some better ways for somebody to save you for later or get in touch with you that lets you actually talk with them. That's email. We'll talk about email later. But we do have ways to do that without relying on the social network, because even you're just relying on another social network. It's just like Instagram or TikTok or anything. Things can get deleted. You don't really own it. So we want something that you can really own. But yes, exactly. I don't like reading this. We'll come back to it later. So how do we clean it up? Rule number 1, if it's not making you money, get it off your link site. So that means social links, your Instagram link, your TikTok, Twitter. We don't need to have it up there because ideally you pulled this person in from that place in the first place, right? So they found you on TikTok. You got them to this link site. You don't want to send them back to Instagram because you want people going in one direction only. All roads lead to the pay site. I don't know why I sounded like a little bit evil when I said that, but that's just marketing. That's just marketing, right? You want to make sure you're helping, and it's for them too, right? If they want to buy something, you're helping facilitate that sale as easily as possible. That's the idea. So we're going to take off any links that don't make us money. We're taking the socials off. We're taking the Pornhub off. We're taking the X Hamster off. Anything that's free and not earning you coin is coming off. Now, of course, you still might be left with quite a few things on your link site, right? You might have Night Flirt and Chatterbait and ManyVids and OnlyFans, and you also have Sex Panther, right? And they all technically make you money, but then we're going to start to prioritize. This is how we're going to decide which ones stay and which ones go, because ideally we want to maybe give them 3 choices at the most, somewhere around there. Ideally, the perfect sales funnel has 1 choice. But you know, we can do 3. And then also, like in consulting with Ember, for example, she does a lot of FinDom stuff. And for FinDoms, it is a little different because they do need to facilitate ways for subs to make payments. So that's important for her type of business. So again, if it doesn't make you money, you get it off your site. So if that's not something that's part of what you do, where people are sending you cash apps regularly and it's earning you regular income, if you're just hoping somebody will tip you, take the cash app off, please. Because again, right, you're hoping they'll tip you, but wouldn't you rather send them to a subscriber site where they subscribe and you can continue to market to them and make them become a fan, right? We want that more than we want the hope of getting a tip. Same thing goes for the wish lists, right? So we're deciding which ones make us the most money, and we're deciding which ones have their own internal traffic. So we're deciding I have all these different pay sites that I make money on, which ones stay, which ones go. So if it has its own internal traffic, for example, Sex Panther, in my last week of experimenting and pushing that out, I've been able to, I've been able to get a whole lot of internal marketing going. I don't really advertise it anywhere except for maybe posting on Twitter once or twice, right? So I can make money on Sex Panther without having that link out there. OnlyFans, however, really relies on me posting that link so that people can make it to that site, right? So that's important because without having that link out there, no one knows my OnlyFans exists. But my Sex Panther link can exist nowhere and I can make plenty of money just fine. So again, am I prioritizing here? I'm going to choose the OnlyFans over the Sex Panther to put on the page. So hopefully you're able to kind of go through your links and prioritize. And if you want to share your link or just look at your link site while we're talking about it, you can kind of go through and eliminate the things that don't need to be there. And we can all, if you have like socials on there already, automatically, you know, and then you can give it some time and think about which pay sites are a priority for you. Okie dokie. So we went through the steps on how to clean this up. Okay, we're going to take the socials out. We're going to prioritize the things that actually make me money. And the end result is what we have over here. So this one on the left is my actual beacons. And I have one link, which is OnlyFans. And I have my email collection right there where they can get a free trial. So I'm encouraging them to sign up and give me their email. And that's when I mentioned earlier talking about a way to have a point of contact with your customers. That is that point of contact for me, because if they give me their email, that belongs to me and I can now send them emails, right? And I can remind them that my OnlyFans is having a new video dropping. I can tell them I'm online on Sex Panther. There are things I can remarket back to them that I wouldn't be able to do if I hadn't had that email, or if they were just like following me on a site, right? I don't have the same restrictions and things like that, and I'm able to send a blast out to everyone at once. So these are beacons, yes. So these are ones that we built. Minx, my company, Minx Digital. So we built the one on the right. That's for Rocky Emerson, and she's got her, I don't know why I said her name like that. She's got her OnlyFans, her wish list, because she does get, so she has people that will just like ball out on her wish list. So to her, it's worth it. And her merch, and then email list. And that's all she's got. So that's the kind of like 3-link maximum. You see, it's like full, right? But the idea is they don't have to scroll anywhere. It's right there. It's very clean. And hopefully, like mine, I really like, I don't give them a choice. Like you're either going and buying a subscription, or you can get a free trial and you can give me your email. What's fair is fair. You can pay me or you can give me your email. It's a fair exchange. But what's great is I have had an astonishing amount of success on my open rate of my emails. So that means, Nerdy, you crack me up, girl. She said, what was the site that made it? That would be minxxxdigital.com. You can check us out for all your digital creator needs, digital marketing creator needs. So where was I? So anyway, let's go to the next slide. Oh, the next slide is the end of the slides. So anyway, we will be talking about email in our 4th and final webinar, but just to kind of continue on that, I was talking about open rates. That's right. So my open rates have been astonishingly good. I have it set up with my email where I am, when they sign up, just like when you would sign up for something and you put in your email for like a discount somewhere, they send you an email right away, usually thanking you for signing up. So my email does the same thing. So right away they get an automated email thanking them for signing up. It has the discount code in there. You can offer anything you like for Miss Paisley, we're doing like a free video that she gives away for her email list. And right, that's so she can get in touch with people who are interested in her course, in her classes. So they go to her link page, they're going to give her the email, they get a free video, and they get to stay in touch and stay aware of upcoming events that she's offering. So it's the same thing. Like, I think we're all familiar with it, with the concept, because that's what we like. You go to, I always use Nike as the example. Like you want, I think it's just because I want discounts on shoes. So you give the email, you get the discount. Like I do want it. Like it's a service that everybody wants, and we're all familiar with it, that we have participated with it at one time and at another. We're all getting marketing emails. I know, junk emails that we complain about, but it's because we signed up for something. So I think we understand, or you've seen this. You've seen this. This is familiar. But we're gonna harness it for ourselves now. So does anyone have any questions, or do we have any volunteers that would like to do any sales funnel or link site audits? And really, when I'm looking at, like, I'm always, trying to learn more. And when I'm looking at top creators accounts, so especially like now on Reddit, the subreddit, the OnlyFans subreddits, they have top creators have to verify that they're a top creator. So like they send their pay statements and then they get a flare. So like you actually know these people are doing it. Like it's been verified with the mods. And when you look at their link sites, like without fail, it is the single link site, right? That is the secret sauce of the sales funnel. It's a one-way deal. There's no socials. Like if you're on their OnlyFans page, you can't go back anywhere. That's another thing. Like we talked a tiny little bit about this with the social media that you should, oh, thank you, Nerdy, that you should on your social media only have one link that you put on your Instagram or whatever it might be. Like there are options for multiple websites. Ideally, you're just putting one. You don't want to be doing, here's like on Sex Panther, I think maybe I have Twitter and my domain name if I did not change it, because that one has options. On my OnlyFans, I don't have any social options whatsoever. Yeah. So we're not trying to send them backwards. We're always trying to send them forwards. Okay. All right, Nerdy, do you want me to share it? I'm just looking at it. Is that okay? It might be easier so we can see. So let's see if I can change what I'm looking at. I sure can. Okay, does this, is that good? Okay. All right, Nerdy. So, well, I think you probably already have some ideas, right? Like obviously we talked about the socials. So this is Nerdy's link site, and thank you, very brave to put it up here. But listen, we're here to learn, right? If she already had the ultimate link site, she wouldn't be here. That's why we're here, right? Yeah, so we want to take, just looking at this, we want to take the social medias out, right? Because the idea is they find you on Instagram or X and you're sending them to places to spend money. Oh, it's not showing. Thank you. There we go. Is that better? Okay, here we go. Here is Nerdy's link site, right? I promise I'm nice. This is constructive criticism time. We're gonna be better when we walk out of here, which is a great feeling. So we want to take our Instagram and our Twitter off, ideally. And are you using Wish Tender for like tributes currently?
Since we're looking at my page, I may as well come up off mute.
Yeah.
Wish Tender, honestly, like some of these pages, I just made the pages so that nobody could take my name.
Yes.
I made the Wish Tender. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with it. It's there if I need it, but I could take it off.
Yeah, like does it get used often? Okay, so it doesn't need to be there. But good on you. I think that is a good practice. What you've done is to secure your domain everywhere, or your name, excuse me, everywhere, so that nobody else can grab it. And that I said domain because it actually goes for domains as well. So if your domain is available or a variation of your domain is available, typically it's very inexpensive, and I would highly recommend grabbing your domain. There are so many good reasons. Like, for example, a good friend of mine, AZ Pornstar, just had his Twitter deleted but he owns his domain azpornstar.com. So it was very easy for him to make a new account for Twitter. And then he just put up a notice on his website, AZ Pornstar, which is his link site, to say, hey, my Twitter's been deleted. Here's my new Twitter. So right away, he was able to help redirect people back to where he was. So owning your name is important. Owning your domain is important. So yes, do grab them. But just because you have them, we don't have to put them on the link site. Just, keep a little, I have like a little bookmarks toolbar that I have of all my profiles saved because I've done the exact same thing. And it's a good practice. I recommend that. So then
I have a question.
Yes.
Should we edit all my links, or should we show them how to start a new beacons as that was recommended by Paisley?
I don't know if I could. I would have to get a new email to make the beacons.
Oh no, I'll start a beacons. And you can, or we can look at this. I was just asking like which one you think would be better.
It's very easy to set up beacons.
Okay, we'll look at this then.
And yes. And then what I like about beacons, I'm surprised. I guess I could have, I should talk more about beacons. Sorry, I'm like a little off. But beacons is important because it allows native email collection. So talking about why it's so important to have this direct line of contact with your customers, with your fans. Beacons allows that natively, so you can, with the Beacons Pro, set up email collection where you're getting that email list. The same exact thing that you saw on my site with the little box, it's that. And so it's very simple to set up. And then, if you make a new beacons just now, I would say, let's just go through here. So for example, like Sex Panther, I would take off just based on what I've experienced from where that traffic's coming from. Yes, BEACONS.AI. I believe the paid version is $30 a month. It's worth it. It takes their little logo out of there. It gives you the ability to do the email. And it's a business expense. And we need some of those. So that's a good one because it's a good recurring $30 that you can get your LLC filed, get your business credit card, and have your $30 automatic payment on your business credit card and pay it off every month and watch your credit score go up. Okay. So back to Nerdy's links. Pornhub, I would take out unless.
Refresh the page real quick.
Okay. Oh, we've done an adjustment. Okay. So what's
I'm
the
still
difference?
going through.
Yeah, what's the difference in the two OFs here?
One of them is free, one of them is not. I just haven't changed the name on here since I changed it. I have a free OnlyFans and then I have a paid OnlyFans. The free page, you guys have a way to message me, all 400 of your little freebie selves. And then the paid page is, I have it just set kind of high, and then whatever I post anywhere, like I'll post it on there. Like if it's a video that's for sale on another site or whatever, I'll post it on there, but it's all just kind of separated like that. So should I take off the free page?
I mean, I would really never give an option between free and paid. Because what are they going to choose every time?
Heard you.
Free. So that's what I would do. And then
as I was going through, I don't know why I didn't just go through and mark them as unlisted instead of deleting them.
They still exist. They still exist. You still have them. Look at this. This is already looking great. So the other thing that I would take a look at to make this decision further for you, there are two things. So let's say you're doing your own link site right now, watching this replay, or you're at home right now and you're editing it down and you're like, okay, I have these three. We're nerdy and we have ManyVids, the OF, we have the LF, right? How do I decide which one? This is pretty good, but can we even go further? How do we make that decision? So ideally, the first thing we want to be able to look at is the analytics behind our website. So let's see. I think I should be able to open up some analytics to show you guys. But we want to look at how many people are clicking on each link. So like how many people are coming in and how many people are clicking to each link. And if one of those looks considerably lower than the others, we might want to consider taking it off. So I guess mine is not the best of examples because I do currently just have the singular link. But I'll show you guys what this looks like anyway for me on beacons. So this is my traffic flow in, and you can see that I can see where the traffic is coming from. So this is something you want to look at as far as helping make decisions about where to put your energy on the social media front. So Instagram and Facebook, obviously that was something I think I mentioned in social media I was really surprised by how many people came from my Facebook. So many. And it's something that I let sit on its own for a year and just get auto repost all my TikToks there as Facebook Reels. So that was literally zero maintenance. So then the other thing you would look at on the other side, and it would look different depending on what kind of site you're using. This is just what it looks like for beacons. But obviously I only have one link, so all my traffic goes to my link, right? So it's not the best example. But if you had like two different links there, for example, and one had, 75% of the traffic and the other only had 25% of the traffic. Let's take the one that has 25% of the traffic away because it might be discouraging clicks from the other one. So let's just all funnel it where it already wants to go. Facilitate the flow. So if you're able to, Nerdy, you don't have to do it like for the stream, but if you're able, and we can also do this post stream, to look at your analytics and make a decision there. And then the second step would be one, you're going to look at the analytics on your link page to see where they're coming from and where they're going to make those decisions. But also, if possible, hopefully you've used like a tracking link or something like that to post on your link page so that you're able to see how much traffic is coming in from there, or you're able to check and look at your traffic on those sites and see how much is coming from external traffic versus internal traffic. So for example, like Loyal Fans I know has very good internal traffic. So even though you might be doing very well on Loyal Fans and that does make you a significant amount of money, but if 99% of your traffic is coming from Loyal Fans, it still doesn't make sense to have it on your link site. Hopefully that makes sense. It's like Sex Panther, right? Sex Panther, I'm having a good week on there. It does not mean I'm going to put it on my link site because I don't need it. Right. All right. Well, that was everything for today, guys. It's a little bit shorter, just talking about the link pages. I hope I was coherent enough that you were able to take away something and hopefully change your link site today a little for the better. And if you do make any changes today, what I would love for you to do, if not for me, but for yourself, is to screenshot your traffic currently. So like we were talking about how to take a look and see how many clicks you're getting on each link, take a screenshot now and then take a screenshot like of your 1 week traffic, say to your OnlyFans today, screenshot that today, and then in let's say 3 weeks, take a look and see if that changed at all. Because we also want to make sure we're testing things as we're changing them. And that's how we find what truly works for us, for our formula, because everyone's formula is slightly different. Manx can help you if you feel overwhelmed or you just want somebody to make a beautiful link page and hand it back to you. The link pages I was showing you earlier, I'll show them again. These are, hold on. Oh, I don't want that. These are a couple examples here of some link sites that we've made, but we're able to do like your logo design, and we are able to build it out and set it up for you and hand it off so it's ready to go. So you'll have this just as is. We'll have, we'll sit down and consult with you as far as how you want your colors, your branding, your font to look. We'll build it for you, including different packages. So if you want to even set up the email with the automated email responses, up to 3 emails, that's a package we can put together. And we all do this for flat rates that we have on our website. We're not interested in a percentage. We are just going to build it and hand it to you because it belongs to you. So helping you get that set up, if you do not want to do it or figure it out yourself, we're happy to help you however it may be, whether it be consulting with us to help you while you do build things on your own, or if you just want things built for you so you don't have to think about it. It really, if you're ready to take that next step, we are here to help you. So please check us out, minxxxdigital.com. We also have a course which teaches all these things that's 8 hours long. So if you liked listening to me for 40 minutes, you're going to love listening to me and my friends for 8 hours. Where we have other creators who have particular areas of expertise to talk about different topics. And it really covers everything from start to finish, a little more geared towards OnlyFans marketing. But if learning how to do this stuff intrigues you, you can use promo code Paisley, PAISLEE, for a discount on the Thanks course. That's my plug. Don't wear it out. Thank you so much, Paisley, for having me on again.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I'm excited to continue our webinar series. We're going to be here the next 2 Mondays as well, so stay tuned. I forgot what next week is, but the 4th week is email marketing.
Next week is going to be going over profiles. So actually, Paisley, I'm hoping you'll chime in as well, because your knowledge on PSO profiles and things of that nature, I think, is really valuable here, because I'm really more about the general marketing knowledge as well. That's applicable to all kinds of bios, but I'm a little more on the like fan side of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something to say.
Right. So next week will be how to optimize your bios and your about me, your profile, to get the most number of people hitting the subscribe button, right? Because you found them on social media in step 1, you got them on your link page in step 2, and now they're on the site. But we have one more thing. We need to get them to hit subscribe. So how do we convert them now into a customer? That's what we're talking about next week.
Okay, yay, that's exciting. Well, thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate y'all that stayed the whole time, and just for taking time out of your day to be here and listen to us.
I appreciate it. And as always, you guys can come ask questions in Paisley's group. You're
Yep,
always
feel free.
welcome.
And if you're not on the Telegram, if you're watching this on the replay, it's t.me/mattress actress. All right. Peace.